Hello, Andrew here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my Premier League predictions for the weekend starting on the 9th of December. So, the first game, the 12:30 kickoff, is West Ham versus Chelsea. Well, West Ham done so well last week. They held off Man City for so long, and then they even went ahead, but we all know what Man City do. Last couple of games, Man City have been very, very lucky. It's like they go behind to challenge themselves. In Man City, yes, there is a little bit of luck involved, but they've got so many good players that they can turn the game around. I mean, you think Chelsea will win this game comfortably. West Ham are at home. David Moyes still hasn't won a game since being in charge of West Ham yet. So, I think Chelsea still will win this one. I think West Ham are going to start to not concede as many goals, but I still think, I think this will be 3-1 to Chelsea. I just think Chelsea are too strong for West Ham. And West Ham have got a lot of ageing players. Burnley versus Watford. Watford 1-1 against Tottenham. I mean, they've had quite a good season, Watford. They've had a couple of results against some big teams. So you've got to give them a lot of credit. And Burnley, they're always like sort of the mid-table. They're sort of doing rather well themselves. I mean, they did lose 1-0 to Leicester last week, but they don't seem like they're going to go down. They seem quite comfortable, either mid-table or bottom half of the table, but they're not in the danger, if you know what I mean. So they do enough to stay up. This one though, I do think Watford will win this one. I know Burnley's at home. I just think the way Watford's been playing this season, I think I think it's going to be a close one though, but I think it'll be 2-0 to Watford. The next game is Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. Palace drew 0-0 with West Brom. Bournemouth were the team that lost. No, sorry, what am I about? They didn't lose. They had their derby, didn't they, with the Southampton? They drew 1-1. I mean, both teams could have won that game, to be fair. So yeah, that was quite a close game. But this one's actually a tough one to call. I mean, Bournemouth having a mixed season. Crystal Palace started off really, really poor. They're starting to come into a little bit of form now. They seem to be doing better at home than they do away. I don't think they've still got a win away yet. I think Crystal Palace might just snatch this one. I'm going to go with a 1-0 Crystal Palace. I don't think there'll be that many goals. Huddersfield and Brighton. Well, Huddersfield lost 2-0 to Everton, and Brighton got absolutely smashed by Liverpool 5-1. We really hit them hard. We really did go at Brighton. They had a couple of chances and when the game was close, and then we literally just after that destroyed them. But Brighton are going to get games like that. They are new into the Premier League, and I mean they're doing quite well. But a couple of bad results and you're dragged into that relegation battle, and I think their main aim is just to stay in the Premier League. Both these teams, I mean, in the Championship they faced each other many, many times. Who's going to snatch this one? I think it's going to be a draw. I think this is going to be a 2-2 draw. I think there's going to be quite a few goals, and both teams are going to go for it, and it'd be a 2-2 draw. Swansea and West Brom. Swansea lost 2-1 to Stoke, and as I say, West Brom drew 0-0 at home to Crystal Palace. I mean, West Brom haven't had the best of seasons themselves. I mean, they've got a new manager themselves now. What's his name? I've got it on the tip of my tongue. Alan Pardew, that's it. I had it on the tip of my tongue, and I was thinking, come on, you know this. So this one's going to be a tough game as well. I think West Brom. I mean, Alan Pardew does seem to do quite well at clubs. You know, his first season he's with them, and it sort of fades away. But I think West Brom will snatch this one. I know Swansea are at home, but this will be a 2-1 to West Brom. Tottenham versus Stoke. Stoke had a good result, as I say, against Swansea. Tottenham drew, with Watford. I mean, Tottenham, you know, after beating Real Madrid, they sort of faded away a little bit. You know, like the games have got on top of them. They did win their last Champions League game, and you know, I think this would be the game that gets them back on track. And I'm going to go for a 3-0 or a 3-1 Spurs. The 5:30 kickoff is Newcastle versus Leicester. Leicester, as I say, won 1-0 against Burnley, and Newcastle lost 3-1 against Chelsea. So, I mean, Newcastle being back at home, Leicester haven't done fantastic away from home this season. This one's going to be another tough one to call, but I think Rafa Benitez is going to be looking for a win from his side, and I think he's going to demand it. So I'm going to go, again, 2-1 Newcastle. Yeah, Sunday games. You've got Southampton versus Arsenal. As I say, Southampton drew 1-1 with Bournemouth. And Arsenal, they lost 3-1 to Man United. That got a dirty game towards the end, that Arsenal-Man United, especially the Pogba stamp on the back of Bellerin's leg. He could have broken it and ended his career. That was disgusting. It really was. Going back to the game though, Southampton and Arsenal, this is a tough one to call. I mean, Southampton can be very, very good at home, but Arsenal, before facing Man U, were on a bit of a run. You know, they'd been doing quite well. I'm going to go for draw. I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. Liverpool versus Everton. Yeah, Derby Day. This, should be a foregone conclusion. But we know what Big Sam would do. He will go to Liverpool to defend. He really will, because if we play that front four, he's going to say stop that front four. Sam's got a fairly decent record against us, which is kind of annoying. But I think Liverpool will win it. It won't be no 7-0 or anything like that. But I think this would be 3-1 to Liverpool. I mean, I hope we beat our rivals. If we don't, never live it down. I've got a few friends as Everton fans that will be contacting me. And the last game is Manchester United and Man City. It might be last, but it's not least. I mean, first versus second. How do you call this one? You think Man City because of the current form they're in. That's because I'm talking too long. But Man United ain't going to go down without a fight. This is the game of the weekend. This really is. I really don't know how to call this one. I think it's going to be a draw. I just can't call the two teams. I think this will be a draw, and it'll be something like a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw. So yeah, that's my predictions for this weekend. I will be back on Sunday before the Liverpool-Everton game, and I will also have an extra video for you guys on Monday, because I will be doing the Champions League draw as it happens live. So yep, be ready for that one, and I will speak to you all soon. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.